And by the way, speaking of management, reports this morning in the New York dailies that the Mets are interested in talking to Mark Shapiro about their president job. And what would happen if Shapiro took that position with the New York Mets? He would bring over Ben Sherrington, who is also part of the Blue Jays front office, to be the general manager of the team. There might be a lot of people in Toronto that like that if that happens.
Yeah, I would think. I agree. I am looking for the stunning, the amazing Joe Bartnick, the man of the strength of 20 guys. I'm thinking, is he there? Could we possibly speak with Joe Bartnick?
What is up, Mike? How are you?
My brother. Hey, great to have you on the show. It's been a while, but see, you've been busy. Did I see that you and Bill were in Vegas doing shows?
Yeah, I did a show with Bill in Vegas. Been everywhere this summer. A few times with Bill and just by myself. I was gone for 9 weeks. My wife was so happy.
So of the cities you went to, were there any first-time cities, any virgin cities for Joe Bartnick on this tour?
Well, there was a lot of. I hadn't been up the Cape in Massachusetts, so I did a lot of. I did a week on the Cape, like Nantucket and all these other places that only the Kennedys and the Bushes go to. It was pretty fun.
Kennebunkport, you're up that way too. Nice. Very nice. They come up to you and go. They come up to you and say, "Oh yes, you're very funny there. You're like you're wicked funny there." What was it like?
It was funny. It was funny because the one time there was a huge storm coming up the Cape, and they're like, "Well, we're not going to let you. We might shut down the harbor." And I go, "Oh, okay. Well, then I guess the show's canceled." They go, "Well, no. Then you get on a plane." I'm like, "What?" I'm not Leonard Skinner. I'm not famous enough to die in a plane crash.
Yeah, which makes total sense. There's a horrible storm coming. Let's everyone get on the plane. This is the same thing as JFK Jr. This is that problem. Don't go on the plane.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I'm a good swimmer with a life jacket. I can probably swim to the Cape. I can survive a boat crash. I'm not going to survive a plane crash.
Okay, well, let's talk about crashes in the NHL coming up this year because we just went through some of the, I said we're gamblers, so we look at the futures, and I can't believe how high up they still have Las Vegas. Are we saying the Golden Knights could even come even remotely close to what they did last year? I just don't see it.
Well, I don't think last year. I didn't actually check on the over/unders on the what is their win total. I'm sorry, I didn't do the homework. I thought we were talking goalies, but that's okay.
No, we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. I'll throw them to you. I'll throw them to you in a second here. I'll look under my futures. By the way, sportsinteraction.com. In partnership with Raw Mike Richards. So the win total for the Vegas Golden Knights, okay, they don't have win total, Joe. They have point totals. So their point number is at 96.5 points. And
isn't that the perfect over/under?
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be, Joe. Just to put some light on that. In that same division, the Los Angeles Kings are at 93.5 points. The Anaheim Ducks are the same as Vegas at 96.5 points. And my odds-on favorite to win that division, the Pacific we are talking about here, the San Jose Sharks, 1 point better at 97.5 points.
Well, I hate to sound vanilla, but that sounds just about right to me. I think the Kings are I think the Kings are going to take a dump this year. I think getting Kovalchuk was a mistake. You
don't think there's gas in that tank, eh? I'm not saying the personality. The personality sucks, but hey, you know what? The Sharks tried to outdo them by re-signing Evander Kane, so they have problems there too, right?
Well, I think Kane came on last year for the Sharks, and I definitely like the Sharks' defense better than the Kings' defense. They still haven't addressed their defense, the Kings, and they've lost a couple. I mean, the kid, Folin, that went to Philly, will probably be Philly's third best defenseman. And for some reason, he couldn't find a spot in Los Angeles. I didn't like Kovalchuk in the Olympics. If he's not going to play hard for his commie brothers to win a fake gold medal, you think he's going to play hard in Los Angeles where he goes, hey, I'm going to pick between San Jose and L.A. because they have the best golf courses. I mean, what a joke. You know what the Kings didn't need? They didn't need to get older and slower. And that's what happened to him.
Yeah, and you know what? That's amazing to think that, because that was the knock on them even last year, that they just play hockey that was played in another era where you try to slow it down, you play a little more physical. It's never a track meet, and clearly the pace last year in that first round of the play, it just killed them.
Yeah, Mike and Dave, what do you think of this though? Schmidt is out 20 games.
Big.
The first 20 games. Now, does that pull the trigger on Erik Karlsson coming to Vegas?
Oh boy, if it does, then you could put them in the driver's seat for first place in that Pacific Division. It could be, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think 96 is fair for Vegas because I think they're still going to be good. They're still going to have Flower. They're still going to have Gallant. I love the fact that they got Stastny. And I don't think James Neal was. He's James Neal. He's going to have a great year and then slow it down and enjoy himself for a year. So I think getting rid of Neal was okay. And and the guy they sent to St. Louis, I mean, please, he was a healthy scratch in the finals. I don't think they're missing him. So I think St. Louis will be right. I mean, I'm sorry. I think Vegas will be right there.
Now, NHL.com. So they've done their the NHL Network rather.
Yep.
So their top 10 list, and now everyone's into the top 50. I'm like, Jesus Christ, 50. I mean, come on, I can't do it. 50 takes too long. I don't even care who's. I mean, even if I was the player, I was like, oh, I'm 32. Yeah, whatever. Put me in the top 10. That number makes sense to me. You saw that goaltender list, and I understand you were seething. You were burning, Matt. You were volcanic over this list.
Okay, Michael, are you kidding me? Bobrovsky's the number one goaltender. He's never won a game. I mean, are you kidding? He's never won a game that's mattered. It is absolutely ridiculous. There's guys not on that top 10 list that John Davidson would give a piggyback ride to from the airport if they come play for him. You're telling me that the three hockey fans in Columbus would not rather have Corey Crawford in net in a game that matters than Bobrovsky? Or how about Matt Murray? You know what? Those guys don't care about the criticism because, to quote Patrick Law, they both have 2 Stanley Cups in their head. Are you kidding? Bobrovsky's terrible.
I think they're looking at it from a fantasy perspective, Joe, because I was looking for an answer and I couldn't really find one. I know he's always rated the number one goalie because he'll get 8 or 9 shutouts during the regular season, but probably not the guy, as you mentioned, that wants to be your starter come day one of the postseason, so to speak.
It's ludicrous that he's number one on any goaltender list. It's absolutely ludicrous. I mean, and the list doesn't even look that bad if you just erase his name.
Yeah.
And put it, and they go Holtby 1, Vasilevsky 2, Hollerback 3, Quick. I mean, it's the list is not bad after that. I just can't understand what people see. I think the NHL.com had a bunch of interns from Columbus this summer.
Well, they've got Carey Price at number one, which generally I don't have a problem with, I think, sometimes. And there have been moments over the last several years when he's healthy where I think he's actually been the best player on the planet. Like, I would take him number one overall. He's going to have a real problem, though, trying to keep the pucks out of the net simply because his team this year is going to be garbage.
Yeah, they're in rough shape. The other thing that's good for the Canadians right now is that the Senators are in the same division as them, so they might get a couple free wins. I mean, bad shape in Montreal, and I don't see a way out either for them. It's like them and Ottawa. It's hard to see a way out other than because Ottawa can't even win the lottery because their pick would be gone.
Exactly. Like it's so backwards.
It is a garbage division because you add to that, the Buffalo Sabres aren't that good, and also the Detroit Red Wings will be competing for that lottery pick. It's like when you're in the Atlantic Division, you're either a Stanley Cup contender or you're a bottom feeder outside of the Florida Panthers, which are kind of in no man's land.
Yeah, the Panthers are the odds-on team to maybe squeak in and get that wild card. I wouldn't sleep so. I think Buffalo is going to be better, though. I mean, at least they have Carter Hutton in net, and not that joke, Lerner. I can't believe that Lou Lamoriello took him in for the Islanders. I guess Lou's looking for the lottery pick next year. to get Lerner as your goaltender. I think Buffalo's going to be better. They got Skinner now. They got Connor Sherry. Sherry will put the puck in net. I think it's a big year for Eichel. I mean, I think Eichel he has the contract. He has the wingers. Can you do something, Jack, other than looking good maybe in 3 highlights a year? Eichel's been a complete disappointment in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Well, some of these teams that we, before the season starts, you make all the sexy picks and so on. I know last year for sure that I said for the Edmonton Oilers that they would be in the conference finals. So that couldn't have been more wrong. I just wonder with that amount of talent, Todd McLennan, one of my favorite coaches in terms of his perception of what hockey's supposed to be. I do like what he does behind the bench. I think sometimes he just got so frustrated last year with having that amount of talent going nowhere. You can't. They've got to be better, right? I mean, they have to be better.
Mike, we keep saying that amount of talent, and then you look, and after McDavid and Draisaitl, and then the Nuge, but now they got the Nuge playing wing. It's 3 guys. I mean, no one loves Milan Lucic more than me. He's my man crush. But Lucic is so slow. He's not even in the highlights when they show Connor McDavid celebrate.
No,
he's too slow to get to the. He's too slow to get to the handshake line.
Yeah, look, when he was in Boston, I mean that so that's the Lucic that you wanted, but that's been a while now, and I think if you're looking at sort of it's past its due date, aren't we really talking about Lucic at this point?
Well, that and they have no defense. I mean, Darnell Nurse can't play every shift. I think he did last year, but you can't play the guy 45 minutes. They have no one else, and they did not go out and they didn't address anything this year. They didn't even change a coach. I don't know. I mean, and nothing against McClellan, but you would think after that fall from grace, they would do something. It's like they accepted it. It's like, oh, well, Vegas can't do that next year. And, I bet the Kings, they got Kovalchuk, they're going to stink. And the Ducks, they're getting old. They just assumed they'd be better. They didn't make any changes.
No, are we talking, when it comes to that, because Peter Chiarelli obviously knows how to put a team together, are we talking about the math? Are we talking just how much money they've spent in other places, which has crippled them when it comes to getting a D-line? Or, are we really talking monetarily is the reason why they can't do some of the things they need to do?
Possibly. I mean, there's guys floating around at the 5th and 6th defense spots that are better than their, 3, 4, 5, 6 defense. You would think they'd change up just to change it up. I mean, I guess no one will take Lucic's contract, is even Arizona's kind of stopped taking dead contracts, but just to change it. I mean, every team changes for the sake of change. It's hockey. No one comes back the same, but it seems like they almost did.
Hey, Joe, I think we're being way too hard on the Oilers. By 2023, Milan Lucic comes off the books, and everything will be okay in Edmonton, right?
Well, I think the problem with Edmonton is just that they have not found any wingers. They haven't found a winger that can play with McDavid, other than the Nuge, but then that breaks the cycle of having strong down the middle. So I think when they get their one winger, I think they'll be better, because McDavid is a one-man wrecking crew. And I think Lucic may come back. Actually, I think their offense is not as bad as I look at their defense and I'm like, what are you doing there?
We're in conversation with Joe Bartnick here on rawmickrichards.com, both on the website and, of course, the dedicated YouTube channel brought to you by DKI. And we got to get to Pittsburgh. So Pittsburgh, are they a top 5 team next year?
Absolutely top 5 team in the East for sure. Overall, I think they're definitely top 10, and I think they're ready for it to climb back. I'll tell you, he was maligned. I love the Jack Johnson.
Oh, no, you don't. Oh, honestly, really?
Yeah, because he's a solid number 5, 6 defenseman. He's a big guy back there. He'll make some hits. He'll clear in front of the net. The Penguins needed that when they got rid of Ian Cole. For some reason, I don't know why. He wasn't a good euchre partner for Sully. I don't understand why they got rid of Cole.
Me neither.
But they needed him because this moves Ruedel down to number 7. It gives them a thumper back there, someone to kind of mix it up with Terrible Tommy, and as long as he can penalty kill and take some ice time away from Oprah, Christopher Letang, I think we're a much better hockey team.
I don't know, man. I mean, I hope you're right about Jack Johnson, and I hope it's the Jack Johnson from 5 years ago. But when watching what was happening in Columbus, and this guy was a healthy scratch on that team, and his side to side is terrible. Like he almost came across at times last year, Joe, as a slower version and a shorter version of Hal Gill. And I know you guys had him for a nice little playoff run, but man, I hope he's as close to Sidney Crosby as we think he is, because holy smokes, I don't know, man. I don't know if I want Jack Johnson on my blue line.
He's only making like $3 million a year. It's fine. It's fine. We needed him because we had a choice. Last year, we had a choice between Matt Hunwick and Ruedel.
Yeah,
I'll take a chance on Johnson. And our offense, our offense is fantastic. So I think the biggest question in Pittsburgh is, can Matt Murray stay healthy? I think that's the only real question.
I think Jack Johnson will be better if he could just, get a better bank that they could hide from his parents. What kind of story is that? My parents took it. I made $18 million. I got to go bankrupt because my parents took it all? Boy, I thought my family was a little chintzy, but they never took that from me.
I think PNC Bank requires 2 passwords for their online banking. So.
I love it.
Oh, okay. So tell me, over the summer then too. That's you go to crazy sporting events. You go to all kinds of bowl games. You go to the Olympics. You're in Russia. You're in Korea. Have you been to anything mammoth or anything come up to you that we know, any sporting spectacle for Joe Bartnick?
This summer, no. It's kind of dead this summer because there's no hockey, there's no football. What am I going to go see, a tennis match?
No, don't see tennis. No, that's not right.
But I am going to the Big House in a couple weeks to see Michigan and Wisconsin. So I was, really hoping that Harbaugh can win a big game. Jeez.
Yeah, well,
my God.
Yeah, they lose to Notre Dame and Wisconsin they've got a team this year. That could be a tough game. In fact, it will be a tough game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just, we usually we pick a game, we pick one college game a year, big game to go to, and last 3 or 4 years we've been just stuck in hurricane season. It had a couple canceled and rain delays. So we're going to go to the Midwest this year. So there's only one place to go because we've been to Notre Dame. So we're going to the Big House. So that should be awesome.
Yeah, it will be awesome.
Very nice. You planning any trips up here we get to see perhaps? Are you because we missed you last time. I think it was like St. Patrick's Day or something. I was in Calgary.
Right. You were in
Calgary. I was in Calgary.
Yeah, actually, we're planning either. I'm working with a touring company. I'm either going to come up to Canada either with the Puck Off Tour, which would be me and Fraser and the great Ian Bagg, or it's going to be just a all things comedy tour with me, Dean Del Rey, and Paul Verzi. So definitely going to hit Canada in 2019 for sure.
Oh, beautiful. Well, when you get up here, you got a place with us. You're one of our brothers. We appreciate it. Love having you on the show.
Always an open invite. Exactly.
Always. And we'll talk to you again real soon, my friend.
Oh, please. Let's do it all the time, man. Yeah. I love talking hockey with you guys. You guys are the best.
Thanks, Joey. That's Joe Bartnick joining us here. Now, I never know where he's from. Where are we calling him today?
He was in L.A.
He was in L.A. today.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.